Norway is set to pass a new law that states that if Instagram influencers don't clearly state that they've edited their photos for advertising purposes, they could get fined or go to jail. Let's unpack that. But before we unpack that, as of the recording of this video, I'm about to hit 500,000 subscribers, and I'm giving a camera away and a bunch of other prizes as my way of saying thank you. Also, I'll be personally calling each individual winner of the prizes. There's 23 winners, so if you guys want to sign up for that free giveaway, links are in the description. And also, if the contest is over by the time you're watching this video, if you sign up for my newsletter, you get free presets. Both those links can be found in the description. Now, let's get into how is that? Okay, so what is this new law? Essentially, let me sum it up for you here. Anytime that you use a filter or you do any digital alterations to body shape or size, it needs to be clear to the audience in all paid social media posts, which I guess means the lie can continue if the photo is not paid. Now, the reason why laws like this are even being put into place is because more and more research is shedding light on the severity of social media's impact on society. For example, 70,000 young people suffer from mental health disorders, and anorexia is the third most common cause of death amongst young girls. Now, I think this law is a step in the right direction, but it can force us to look at the root of a bigger systemic problem. Now, when I say systemic, I'm talking about industries that exist purely based on the idea that we must lie to the consumer in order for them to buy what we're selling. Now let's take retouchers, for example. There are people out there that make their entire living retouching and manipulating photos for advertisements. Now, retouching as a skill set is not inherently a bad thing, but it does show how in demand this skill set is in the marketplace. Now, I have a friend who works in the music video industry, and she was working for a very large artist, and she told me that she set aside $10,000 for a rotoscoping and flame artist. For those of you that don't know what this is, flame is a program that's designed by a company called Autodesk and literally allows you to manipulate images in video. So literally the flame artist got paid $10,000 to remove acne, smooth out skin, and manipulate the body. 10 grand. And she told me this like it was just a normal number in a budget. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat all have face manipulating filters. I think we've seen them around the world. We might have even tried them ourselves. Now, this started off a couple years ago with like the dog face, remember, like the tongue and the ears, and it was all fun and cute, but now it's completely gotten out of hand with full faces of makeup. And it's so good that it's literally hard to distinguish what is a filter and what is real life. Google has an app called Snapseed, and we've probably used this to edit our photos on our phone. And they literally have a whole section that is dedicated to the face. They even have a slider where you can make the person smile more if they weren't smiling enough in the photo. You can make the eyes bigger, you can smooth the skin. Like, there's too many options now that nothing looks real. Even the professional photo editing software Photoshop has a plugin called FaceAware that allows you to easily manipulate the features of the face. Now, to play devil's advocate, we can't put all the blame on these companies. This is a two-way street. The companies are making these products because there's a demand in the marketplace for them. So let's answer the question, why do we want or need these products? It's because social media and media in general has made us so insecure that we'd rather cover up our true selves and mask our imperfections than accept ourselves and our peers for who we are. Now, over time, it also changes the way that we think our body is supposed to be or what we think is attractive or healthy. It's essentially causing a higher level of body dysmorphia. So that was all very heavy, but one of the other problems is that we all think this is normal and we're just accepting it. Yay, consumerism. It is not having an impact on me at all on a subconscious level. I learned recently from the Elon Musk book by Ashley Vance that the greatest minds of our generation are working in advertising. That means the smartest people on this planet are manipulating everything you see and how you interact with it. That means they're constantly trying to maximize an algorithm that is constantly feeding you content to sell you shit that you don't need and feed your insecurities. And to top it all off, these things are designed to be addictive and keep you coming back. Sick. So none of this is new information to most of us. I think at some level, we're all aware of the manipulation and fakeness that social media and advertising is. Now, the good thing is you have brands that are changing with the times. Let's take Victoria's Secret, for example. The brand's market share dropped to 24% in 2018, down from 31.7% in 2013. Now, Victoria's Secret didn't want to change their marketing, and for over 6 quarters continued to experience losses until as of recent, when they changed the brand's marketing to be more inclusive. So if we take a quick look at the brand's Instagram page, you can see it's a lot more inclusive. You have women of all body types and demographics. And guess what? Since they've made this switch, people like them again. People are buying their products and the stocks are up. It's pretty obvious that the brand did this to save their image and ultimately make more money. But the important takeaway here is at least we're seeing trends towards more body positivity and less photo manipulation from brands that have a cultural impact and cultural influence, which is ultimately a good thing, even if it feels opportunistic and kind of disingenuous, especially from Victoria's Secret. But I see you, Victoria's Secret, and you're not doing the worst. Now here's Instagram's contribution to this entire issue. We've been conditioned to edit everything by design. Now let me unpack that for a second, why I say design, specifically interface design and how we interact with Instagram, the app. So when you want to post a photo, you go over, you click the little plus button, you select your photo, and then the next stage is editing. There's an entire phase of the process that's dedicated to editing your photo and making your life look more interesting. This is all by design. So we've been conditioned to learn that we have to edit everything that we post onto social media. And it's user experience design like this that creates systemic problems, resulting in entire industries and careers where people's sole jobs are to manipulate video and photos that we see in media. So let's bring this back to Norway. That's how we opened up this video. They're changing laws over there. I do think the law that they're proposing is a bit extreme. Like, you're gonna go to jail if you post a manipulated photo. Like, I don't think anyone's actually going to go to jail. But the reality is it does start a conversation about our toxic relationship with social media. A 2016 study found that exposure to doctored Instagram selfies directly led to lower body image among participating adolescent girls. Now, I think this law does create some accountability, especially for Norwegian influencers and brands.
I think it's a step in the right direction from the Norwegian government. They are already very strict in Norway on how you mark advertisements. It has to be the first thing that the viewers see and not just a hashtag in the caption. And I think that's great because I believe that if you choose to profit on social media, you should also be held accountable for your actions.
These companies and content creators might think twice about manipulating images, or they might even completely rethink about their entire online presence because there's going to be repercussions if they break this law. My hope is that Norway sets the ball in motion for other countries to consider similar legislation. I personally think that this would be a really great thing for our culture and for society. I'd love to genuinely hear what you think about this new law, the current state of social media as a whole, or anything else that I brought up in this rant. You can comment below, or you can find me on Twitter, where I'm actually quite active. I would like to be very transparent with you for a second. I have been a victim as well as a contributor to this system, and I think we all have to some degree. Now, I've only ever posted 2 photos to Instagram where I'm not wearing a shirt. And that's because I've been conditioned to believe that my body, and specifically my acne scars right here and on my back from when I was a teenager, are not desirable. So I would avoid posting photos of myself not wearing a shirt, and if I did post them, I would edit out my acne scars. So, here's to not letting social media dictate how we should feel about our bodies. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please press like. It actually makes a difference. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for future videos, and we will definitely see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to sign up for the contest, and you guys could win a camera. Strong man, yeah. Love you guys, bye.